provide that feedback. And right now, we will call on the evaluator of our first speaker, Ms. Tasha Sanford.
Hello, Toastmasters. Toastmaster Valerie Walker, you gave us a song of football with your speech titled The Thrill of Football. Your objectives were to use vocal volume, pitch, rate, and quality to reflect and add meaning and interest to your message, as well as use pauses to enhance your message, and use vocal variety smoothly and naturally. First and foremost, I think the speech title was awesome. It was right on time to start the football season Thursday night with the Saints and the Vikings. Go Saints! Was great timing. Your volume was excellent. I can hear you from where I was sitting, so I know that Jamie and Ms. Floria, as well as Sonia, heard you as well. So your volume was an excellent volume and tone. I believe when you started your speech, you started off sort of slow, and I think it was because you were trying to really read your notes to see where you were, so you kind of hesitated and paused in areas where probably there shouldn't have been a pause. But the initial, with you explaining the history of football, was awesome. I'm not really a football fan, and I really don't watch it, so I learned something about the history of football. The quality of your speech, it was definitely friendly and pleasant. Your expression that you used when you demonstrated the signs of football, like touchdown, and I believe it was whole,
No.
or not whole, but
Delayed.
move the chain, not delayed. See, I know nothing about football, but I do know when they say move those chains, and I thought you was going to do that, but you didn't. But you were very expressive with the signs that you used. The organization of your speech, it flowed perfectly. Again, you started off with the history of football and then went into how the Saints became the champions last year into our current season. The words you used was vivid, descriptive. You described how they painted faces and painted their chests to signify their favorite teams and how they enjoyed the game. I would have liked to see you move around a bit. In a speech like this, when you're talking about such an impressive game, actually moving around and throwing the football, getting from behind the lectern, I think would have helped tremendously. Overall, I enjoyed the speech. I think it was very well prepared, and I look forward to hearing future speeches from you.
Forgive me for not reminding our audience that once an evaluator is done giving their evaluation, we do not clap because that is their opinion. The evaluator of our next speaker, speaker number 2, Ms. Sonia Ross, is Jamie Davis.
Before I evaluate Toastmaster Ross's speech this evening, I just want to zero in on this table and where the one clap came from. Did it come from Renee Boyd? No, I don't think so. Did it come from Valerie? No, I don't think so. But it came from Honeydew. this evening. Title of her speech, Par for the Course. Her objective was to use stance, movement, gestures, face expressions, and eye contact to express her message and achieve her speech purpose. The overall objective of her speech was your body speaks. Understand that our body language is very important anytime we're delivering a speech. Your body language is important because it can either enhance your message or it can detour your audience. First off, I would like to look at Toastmaster Ross's body movement. I believe it was good. I believe she demonstrated the different poses and techniques in actually playing the game of golf. In fact, I felt as if I was watching a tutorial as she walked through the speech. She did her stance, and again, as Toastmaster Sanford brought up, I don't understand anything about the game of golf. But by the time you finished with your speech, I felt as if I was informed. And your body language was so smooth in demonstrating everything that goes along with it that it actually impressed me, and it seems as if we were being walked through the game of golf by an actual trainer. I also thought that your body posture was good. When you needed to emphasize a point, you stood up straight. You made a point of walking around as you talked about different parts of your speech. Even when you joked about your husband making you or asking you to be the caddy, that was a little playful, and so you motioned to the side as if to say, as if. You know, we followed you along with everything you were saying. Now, an area of improvement, I would say, would be in your eye contact. Most of the time, you look this way. In most things you did, you were looking primarily at this table, and you would move over here. Sometimes you look this way, but most of the time your concentration was over here. So make sure that you involve your entire audience every time you speak. Also, your face expression. When you hesitated on a point, we saw it. If you forgot a line, you would look down or you would look to the side. One thing about a Toastmaster, even if we don't know what we're talking about, we need to always look like we know what we're talking about. So never give yourself away. I would like to commend Toastmaster Ross simply because, as most of us know her, she seems to be a laid-back person. She doesn't really show a whole lot of expression in general whenever she speaks. So tonight, I really commend you because I felt that you did a really good job of expressing your excitement, your joy, your interest in the game of golf. So I'd like to continue to hear more speeches from you, and I believe this was your 5th speech. So in considering this being your 5th speech, I believe this is the last speech that she gets to get off free. Well, now you have to actually stay within the time frame to be judged equal. Again, I enjoyed your speech and look forward to many more. Thank you.